And now, Effective Communication with Phil Zeller, CEO, Dale Carnegie, Southwest Michigan.
Have you heard this one before? Actions speak louder than words. Yes, you've heard that one before. Why? Because it's been around for hundreds of years. Yes, hundreds of years. I was looking at this the other day, and you know, this is amazing. I was reading an article that there are 69 different Bible verses that talk about how actions speak louder than words. So this is not a new concept. This is a concept that's been around for a long time. The question is, are you leveraging it in your communication? Do you realize that actions do truly speak louder than words? And oftentimes when we talk about, do we want to be effective in getting our message across, we have to make sure that we're bringing in the things that are going to help us to produce the result and the outcome we want with our audience. So take a look at this. There's been studies done on communication congruency. Communication congruency, breaking down the three pieces of communication. So let me give you an analogy. I love analogies. Hopefully you love them too. Anybody here ever play golf? You play golf? You ever seen the game of golf? Well, if you look in the golf bag, there are several clubs in a golf bag. They have the drivers. You know, those are the big ones with the big knobby heads on them, and that's when the really long ball with the drivers, right? So you have your drivers in a typical set of golf clubs. And then you have your irons, which are for your mid-range shots, or all the way down to chipping up onto the green. And then lastly, when you get on the green, you got your putter, right? So you have different tools to be more effective. And I don't know if you ever played a game of golf with just one club. I have, not because my name's Tin Cup. You saw the movie. In this precious 7-iron, I one time wanted to see if I could run a par 3 with a putter, and I actually got a double bogey with a putter on a par 3. But then again, if you ever saw my putter, you'd say, well, yeah, Phil, it's because you got a whole pound of metal in your putter. And I've had a lot of people make fun of my putter, but not many people can say they've driven over water with their putter. I can, but it's not the right tool for the right situation. You never see that in a real tournament like the Masters or something. They use the right tool, and they use different tools in their toolkit. Well, in your toolkit of communication, you have the words that you use, the tonality of the way you speak, and your body language. And when you're sending a message and putting it out there, and you really want people to take the message in, your challenge is to make sure that they get it. They get the message. So you've got to think about what is going to have the most impact. Well, all of these things are going to have an impact. But let me try it right now with you right here. I'm just going to use some words, and then I'll show you how there's difference. We'll start with the words, then we'll add the words plus the tonality, then the words plus the tonality plus the body language. And you decide for yourself as you're listening. And some of you can't, well, I can't even see you, Phil. That's okay. Some of you are on Facebook Live and are getting on Facebook and you're watching me there. So I'm going to walk you through this. So I'm going to say first just the words. Actions speak louder than words. So that's just the words. Now I'm going to say it with tonality. Actions speak louder than words. There's adding tonality. Now watch, I'm going to add the words plus the tonality and the body language. Actions speak louder than words. Now, as I gave you 3 different levels of getting this idea across. Now, you could say, well, Phil, it depends on the mood I'm in, what I want to listen to. And you know what? Rightfully so. As I've shared with you a million times on this show, one's perception is one's reality. Now, if you're a person who's always monotone, you probably like to listen to monotone. Why? Because you say, I'm not comfortable doing anything but monotone. That's you. So your bias is taking over. Well, the reality in the room is that there are other people in the room than just you. And people, it's been proven through communication congruency studies that all 3 of these things matter in your communication for a person to truly take it in, to truly understand that you truly believe this message that you're sharing with us. So profound is this in the communication study they did at Berkeley. They found that over this 10-year study of communication congruency, that really believability of a person, this is believability of a person really believing what somebody's saying, is when you broke it down, the message, 7% were the words. Now, you would think that would be really high, but only 7% are the words. The tonality is 38% of the message. And overwhelmingly, the body language is 55%. Think about that for a moment. 55%, over half, is what you're physically doing with your body. Now you say, okay, well, I'm hearing this, Phil, but you have a better example. Okay, here's a good example for you. You're at home. Your child comes home from school, and you say, hey, honey, how was your day? and they march in the door. They slam the door behind them. They say, fine. Boom, boom, boom. They march off in the room. And they slam the door again. And then your significant other says, hey, what's going on out here? And you say, oh, everything's fine. Our daughter just got home. Isn't that great? Yeah, you're in for a long night, my friend. So your challenge is to do this. Understand, make sure your words, your tonality, and your body language all match up and have the effect that you want in your communication. Now go make it happen.